Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what did I bring home? Something with a seized engine. So, I haul stuff for people on and off. Someone needed a couple tractors hauled, and he says, hey, I'll give you one if you want to haul these other two. So I did it. It's an Oliver. Pretty medieval looking. Check out those wheels. Look at those spikes. Look at that beast. Someone put a bucket over the exhaust, and I looked and there's tape underneath it. So someone cared about it at least a little bit. It's amazing that didn't fly off on the way home. But we can see old school mag, 4-cylinder, Oliver 90. But the transmission on it's free. Like the PTO's spinning. Yeah, there's tape over the exhaust that's still somewhat intact, and amazingly that bucket didn't fly off on the way home. I think I'm gonna pull out these spark plugs and see if I can get the engine to free up. So when I was there, I took this hand crank. Okay, it's latched on. You can see I'm reefing on it pretty good, and it's not moving an inch. So with something that sees like this, it's 50-50 if it's gonna come back to life. So I'm gonna yank out these plugs, fill her up with Aerocroil and some PB Blaster, and I don't know, if I get it to turn over, I mean, I think it'll fire. Oh, it does look like it's overhead valves. What is this? Oh, some fire starters. Does this have like a cam cover on the other side? I know nothing about Oliver tractors other than they're old. Huh. Don't see any kind of tappet cover. It's obviously updraft. Huh. I don't know. Not sure if those are just core plugs. I'm assuming they're just core plugs. There is zero oil. Well, I don't know, maybe a little residue. It looks clean at least. Got a starter motor too, a hand crank for a backup. Check out these plugs, BF Goodrich. Hopefully they're not all waterlogged and rusty. If they look halfway decent, I got a feeling the Aerocroil will work its magic after a day or two, and just maybe, if I get this sucker to spin over, I think I can get her to fire. This is a 24mm or 15/16, and it fits on. I've never had a spark plug that large before, so, oh, and it's very loose. Loose. Oh yeah, look at that. It's good in black. Kind of looks like it's ran recently. By recently, I mean this century. Number 2. Doesn't look awful. Not as crispy as number 1. This tractor has got to be, thinking from the 40s. Maybe earlier. I looked it up. Oliver went out of business in 1976, so that's the newest it could be. And the last one. Yeah, this one looks pretty good. I mean, they look black, like they've ran. Just looking in there. I mean, yeah, I should get a piece of wire and stick it in there and see if I get anything nasty, or I don't know, maybe just go for it with the Aerocroil. Let's just go for it. Stuff has brought back that white Mustang. That white Mustang was seized too, if you watch my other video. Let the stuff sit for a minute and see what happens. I'd be shocked if it just comes back to life, but you never know. Sure, I've freed up tractors before with the transmission. Like if you engage the PTO Well, I'm not sure how to do this, or if it's live and I'd be turning the wheels too. But if you engage the PTO, there's a lot more leverage here, and I've taken a big pipe wrench and got on there and cracked them free before. Wiring is about what you'd expect. I don't know where the heck they expect you to put a battery, unless there was like a tray right here or something. I don't know. This one might even be a positive ground system, so because this is black, a lot of times it's the direct positive goes right to the chassis on these. I got an old forklift that's like that. Actually, I guess you could sneak a battery in there, but it hasn't had fuel to it in some time. It appears we have, oh, what is this? Got a line just, huh. Okay. Could it be? I'm assuming that one went to here, maybe? But look at this. God, this is so awesome. Just major split there. It's like maybe some JB Weld. When was JB Weld invented? I mean, it had to have been in like the 90s, right? So I'm thinking it was running at least in that era. Wonder if this is for the PTO. Moves, doing something. I just don't want it. I doubt it's probably a live PTO, and it's gonna want to turn the wheels with the engine as well. Yeah, okay, so that engages our PTO. But if the transmission's in neutral, clutch is out. Just maybe. Just maybe we can rock it, because this should be clutch. Ooh, yeah, right. I just wonder what these were used for. Could you picture some old farmer on this thing in a field, like pulling a wagon or plow or something with this? Just you know, on like, it's his Tuesday. Just funny. I always like to just picture what this stuff was used for and like who was riding it. I picture a guy in overalls, probably a straw hat, minimal teeth, just out there, just working away. But yeah, we'll let the oil aerocoil sit in there like an hour or so, and I'll come out here and work this a little, see what happens. I want to keep working it, and no freaking way. No freaking way. Did it move? It moved. The crank turned. Well, that didn't take long at all. Look at that. It moved. Ain't no way it's gonna be this easy. God. Whew. Oh, God. It's moving a little though. Definitely got a hard spot. Well, it hits, and it hits hard. Let's keep rocking her. That's feeling promising. And there's something clicking though. I think I've went a full revolution. Yeah, it is moving free. Holy crap. It does not turn over all that easy, but it turns over fairly easy. Okay, so this is free from the engine now. This sucker goes clockwise. I can spin it with my hand now. Man, something is definitely clicking. It is getting easier. Wow. I'm gonna douse her with oil again. I'm gonna take this whole bag. So I'm just gonna jam it in the spark plug hole and let's see if we got compression. If I get it to turn over and it pops out, that's a great sign. Although, I don't know what kind of compression these things have. This is probably like 5 to 1. Look at that, she's got some life in it. That's what you want. Just a quick way to test and see if you're getting anything. Boy, I had to really turn it. Let's see here. Yeah. Number 3. So we got 2 out of 3. If we go for 3, that's 75%, and that will run. Yes. Okay. Good one. Well, we're 4 for 4. Man, unbelievable. Well, I guess next would be I can try powering up the starter and see if it'll start. I'm not hip on Magnetos, guys, so I might have to do a little research. It says American Bosch. So I'm not sure if this is a positive ground or not. But I'm gonna try. I guess it doesn't matter which way I really try, but I'm gonna stick the ground on the hot wire to the starter. We're going to do our positive on the engine block. Let me blip it and see if it does anything. You ready? Nada. Oh wait. Good thought about it. Okay, so I'm going to touch this to the actual lug on the starter. Let's power it up. Maybe. Thinking about it. Let's try positive. I can feel it trying to do something. Might have to take that off, maybe clean the brushes. Something tells me this is a positive ground, so I'm going to ground. And we're just very crudely grounding that bad boy. We'll do our positive on the engine block and focus on the spark plug here. I didn't see nothing. Do the old switcheroo. For a good one. Now, so I'm going to take this cap off, and behind here there should be some points. I'm pretty sure this wire is just to ground it out to stop it. but these things are totally sustaining. Like, they got magnets in there, they generate the spark, coils all internal, and they don't really fail. So, let's crack her open. Hopefully I can scuff some points and get some spark. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at. Obviously, I think this was supposed to be stuck on here. It just fell off. See some barnacles there, so I'm going to clean these up. It looks like they move free. See what happens, but this, maybe I'll just try gluing it. I don't know. It's going to be difficult because we don't have a electric starter that's going to work. So I'm going to have to spin this over and see if these points are opening and snapping all at the same time. I'm going to give it a spin. You can see this has been in one spot for a very long time, and it's supposed to rotate. So I'm thinking maybe a little bit of Gorilla Glue. It does have a split right here. You can see. Take a little sandpaper and scuff this up too. So I spun this around a couple different times. There's 3 possible ways it could go. It seems like when it's right about here, it fits in nice. I'll try it the other ways. So I'm going to put a blob of glue on these little studs. About here, I think. Somewhere in there. I'll feel it. Yep, right there. So that fits on, and I'm going to assume that's where it was. Oh, and that was a fail. That was a fail. That's right there. Guess let's just try Gorilla Gluing this back on. I'd imagine gluing this is probably frowned upon. Is there a reason why this broke? We keep breaking this thing. Huh. You know what we need? Some more glue. Yes. Let that dry. I'm not going to spin it anymore. I think now I'm just going to put the cap back on and hope for the best. I could definitely see that causing a no start. I mean, if that rotor just sheared like that, it wouldn't spin and it wouldn't start. Maybe they parked it. I don't know. Now, do I want to take the chance and spin it? A little fun fact though, I looked it up. Going back to this, JB Weld has been around since 1969. I didn't know that. So, who knows? That doesn't really date us much. Alright, so we waited for the glue to dry. I'm not sure if this is going to work, but I'm going to go for it. Go ahead and spin it. Hopefully we get some spark. She's going to film that plug while I give it a yank. It sparked. It's sparking. That means this is gonna run. So I got to figure out the firing order. I seen on the block here it says firing order 1, 2, 4, 3, but I'm not sure the orientation on the cap. So we'll pull up old Google. I'm gonna throw these spark plugs in, and we might get it to fire today. Alright, spark plugs are in, just finger tight. I shot a little dab of starter fluid in there. Figured there's enough PB blaster and arrow coil in there to get us to pop or bang or something. And I'm just taking a guess on the firing order because I can find nothing online to where number 1's supposed to be. So I was just taking a guess and going off here from footage we had. That was my bad. I should have marked where number 1 was. Going clockwise. So we'll go 2, 4, 4, and 3. Take this off. I'm going to leave this tape so we can see if we get an explosion or not. I think this is it. We got spark. We should have enough fuel. Doing this old school. Let's give it the beans, see what happens. Definitely got some compression with the plugs in. See if we can get a good one. Okay, this one feels promising. Good God, how do people do this back in the day? Come on, baby. There we go. I think I'm gonna have to fix that starter. I should take that off and let it breathe a little bit. It's like a banana in the tailpipe scenario. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix the starter. This is brutal. Well, we found out today they invented starters for a good reason. Ooh. Definitely might have been some critters in there. Well, there it is. A little lube there wouldn't hurt. I'm going to stand it up, take this cover off, see what we're dealing with. I'm going to just tap it with the ratchet, see it moving. Oh yeah. Seems like everything's alright. Just a lot of debris and crap in there. And sometimes just moving everything around like I just did, like take this cover off and just move the brushes back and forth a little bit. Sometimes it brings them back to life. I just did my Bobcat. My starter was acting funny and I took it apart, found a bunch of junk in it, put her back together, and it works like new. I don't know how much that Bobcat starter is, but I know this, I didn't want to buy one. A little PB blaster in there and the armature, and get the brushes real good. I think I'm gonna go power. Oh, something's not happy. It was looking promising. Spin her a little. Let's try it again. Power. Nothing. Okay, this is obviously loose. I think we rattled most of the junk out of there. Alright, I would say that's a happy starter. And I think I've decided this thing is going to be traditional ground. We're gonna go put her there, I tighten this, and power on. Moved a little. And a little bit. Definitely spinning slow. So let me figure out some more voltage. Even if I gotta hook up 2 batteries, because it's just running the starter, and I mean, this whole thing, it don't care. Well, since my batteries are charging up, I decided to go back to this. And just looking at it, there is no way this thing's gonna run halfway decent with this gaping freaking hole in the intake. Yeah, came off like butter. I just want to get this carb off here so all that stuff falls out. And the carb should hopefully fall right off. Yeah, I think so. That's what I was going for. But yeah, look at this. Yeah, this is crazy. Like, it goes through the block. I don't know if I'm picking that up on camera, but that's the linkage, and I'm moving this. I've never seen throttle linkage that just goes through a block like that. That's wild. How does that not leak when it runs? Okay. You know, we're wide open. I wonder if this is some kind of heat riser. Like, it's supposed to heat up the intake manifold so it runs a little more efficiently, because I don't think any of this is connected. This is all kind of built around it, so this is all just exhaust leak, I think. I'm no Oliver tractor expert, but I might be after this. Cold and hot. Imagine it's all hot when it's running. Well, airflow shouldn't be an issue now. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so that piece of pipe goes around here. It's like a regular manifold, and then just this thing's built around it. All right, so if I did my math right, we should have 24 volts. I got this sucker wired up in series. Let's see what it does. Oh, wait a minute. Now that is kicking over. Yeah, that's 24 volts. That starter don't know what to do. It is awoken from its sleep with some fury. So that's exciting. We'll put the ground on this side. And we'll try to do this all from one way. And if I touch this to the battery, it should turn over. Which it does. So, I'm gonna shoot a little bit of ether up the intake and see if we can get her to fire. This is gonna be its first freaking roar. So watch that top. If it starts, it's gonna blow that tape all the crap. I'll go clockwise. I move the firing order clockwise, and this is just a guess. Now, let's see if it pops more or less. moving her one more time. I'm gonna go clockwise. One more. That was intake. Let's go one more. Wait, one more. Okay, here we go. That was the one. So don't give up. Just keep moving the plug wires around until you get the correct order. And guess what? She fired. So yeah, fire order was right. Healthy starter. And it lives.